when they're trying their best to find a man to save them. So there is a slight update regarding the sad situation. There's a third person involved. A woman claiming to be his niece has come out and spoken, and here's what she has to say.
I always think that they're the bad guys because it goes both ways.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just
So there is a slight update regarding the sad situation. There's a third person involved. A woman claiming to be his niece has come out and spoken, and here's what she has to say.
I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman is no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No record.
Okay, here's what bothers me. First of all, I'm not taking any information from the alleged predator's family members. We already know how alleged predators are always protected by their loved ones. Second of all, were you in a household when this was going down? So her claim is that it's not him, it's her son. This is just too messy and disgusting and sad.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dee, and I am the niece of the trophy wife's husband. Now, I know you know who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days. Her name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name. This lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Background story. Her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. She ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched by her dad, which that is not the case. Her daughter had been touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because she wanted to try to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted. The boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family. And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day, and she seen that it was red down there, and she said that her brother did it. Now, when they went to court, the court did not believe what she was saying because Paloma had already Isis had already put out a case against my uncle because my uncle was furious when he found out that Isis had already put out a case against me because my uncle was furious when he found out that her oldest son was touching the girls. So he went out and tried to, seek help to figure out what he should do about getting her son away from the girls so that they would no longer have to go through this. But as soon as he did that, Isis went and took papers out on him claiming that he did it because she didn't want her son to go down for it. On top of all of this, she's sitting over here acting like she's the best parent in the world when if y'all go look for yourself, y'all will see that she has a child abuse case. I always think that they're the bad guys because it goes both ways. And I am a mother of a black little boy. So for me, I can understand why she would want to cover up for her son, but at the same time, me personally, if my son is doing anything like that and I have other kids, I want to get him the best help possible away from his siblings until he is confirmed better. And I know he's no longer a threat to the other kids in the house, because you can't just sit over there and single out one kid and be like, oh, I'm going to protect this one, but whatever happens to the other ones just happens. That's not okay. And then you want to sit over here and portray to these women out here that, oh, it's okay to be a trophy wife, just go for that rich man type deal. No, how about go get your own money? How about stop, please, ladies, please stop waiting on a man to fulfill your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, all this other extra stuff, and find your own way. Do that. Because when you find your own way and you know your self-worth and you know what you are capable of and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then the good man will come find you. But until you know your self-worth, you're just going to keep picking up anything off the street and being like, oh, okay, he got a little bit of money in his pocket, so he going to treat me right. No. Because what the one thing that you don't realize is that man that has that money, he's also got a little brain in his head too. So he also is already aware of these women that's coming out here to do these things to him or to try to trap him in these ways just for money or attention or the clout or whatever. Like, come on. We are in 2024, about to be 2025. Why are we still doing these same little tricks? Somebody needs to be teaching y'all how to make your own money, how to get your own way. So then that way, when you do find that good man with a lot of money, then y'all can build together instead of sitting over there waiting for him to give you an allowance or whatever, your little stipend for the month. Be real. Just want to let y'all know, for the crusties and the dusties, please be mindful of what you put out here on the internet, because you could be getting a lawsuit coming to your doorstep for you putting out accusations of stuff that you have no idea about. Everything that I'm telling you right now on this computer screen or on this platform, I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman, it's no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No record.
That woman absolutely listened to Shera Sevens. And a lot of y'all who are Shera Seven fans are like, no, she didn't. Because if she did, she wouldn't have been online dating, because Shera against that. If she did, she wouldn't have let him meet her kids so soon, because Shera against that. She did like so many of y'all do, and she has selective hearing. That's what it is. That don't mean she didn't listen to Shera. It means she selectively listens to her messages and she chooses the parts she want to abide by and the parts that she don't. She added her own little remix to it. But nevertheless, she was inspired by the lifestyle that is being promoted by Shera Sevens. Now, let's be very clear. Shera is not responsible for grown adults and the stuff that grown adults choose to do. Shera can make all the videos she wants, and it's up to you as an individual as to whether or not you want to actually listen to what she's telling you and go follow those rules. Regardless of what video it is, regardless of what message it is your personal choice to take her messages and actually apply it to your real life. I ain't got no beef with Shera because I respect the hustle. I done said it before and I say it always. Shera is the woman version of Kevin Samuels, regardless of whether or not you want to admit it or not. They gave the same message. They preached the same message. All right. It's just with a different twist. But her hustle was the same hustle as Kevin. Just like I respected Kevin's hustle, I respect her hustle because it's the same hustle. It ain't no different than when the Pookies was out here listening to Kevin Samuels and forgetting the part about you actually having to have money in order to apply what Kevin was saying. All right? It's the same thing, same situation. But at the end of the day, like I said, is it her fault? No. It could never be her fault for grown people doing what grown people want to do, right? But we ain't going to sit up here and act like the inspiration wasn't Shira, because it definitely was. All right. Just like she's inspired a lot of y'all. But like I said, that selective hearing get y'all every time. Y'all choosing and picking what you want to hear from people's messages, completely different.
Do you want to know why Shira 7 is so successful? Apart from being consistent, creative, and extremely funny because I'm always laughing, dying at her videos, this is honestly another reason why I think she's so successful. Shira 7, aka Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady, she represents the retaliation of the wounded feminine. She represents the woman that grew up watching her mother, her grandmother single-handedly struggle in a marriage that did not benefit her. She represents the energy of a woman who once approached relationships very naively because they once believed in fairy tales, just to wake up to the harsh realization that they don't exist. Not only does she validate the woman's pain, she represents liberation to the woman that's been conditioned to put herself last. Shira 7 understands that for her advice to work, you have to somewhat be wounded. And this is why she advises women to go get their heart broken first.
Fall in love, get your heart broke 2-3 times, come back.
She teaches how to shut off emotions, something that is very unnatural for a woman. True nature which wants to be loved, adored, worshipped, admired, into money, financial security, and materialistic possessions. She would rather go for the money because at least she's getting something out of it. Shira teaches that men aren't capable of love.
Rich or poor, they don't love you. So stop investing your emotions in someone that can never love you.
Therefore teaching the woman to withhold her love, her desire, and approach the dating world in a way that doesn't fulfill her but keeps her safe. Shira teaches the woman that has felt so powerless over the years to pull her power back and succeed in the dating game. When I say succeed, it's not in the natural divine feminine way, but as a means of survival and coping in a world that has neglected and abandoned the feminine. Because in the long run, the wounded feminine would rather be safe than happy. Because happiness is not promised, but safety could be guaranteed.
When they're trying their best to find a man to save them. She married this man 1 week after meeting him. She agreed to marrying him because at that time when she had two kids with a previous relationship that failed, she was living with another man who was providing for her, and they had broken up and she needed a place to stay since she had to leave that other man. She met this guy. She asked, hey, can I...
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So there's been an update in the whole trophy wife situation. So I just wanted to bring you guys the update of what's happening. So the niece of the husband came out and said her piece. Basically what she said was very shocking. It was very shocking, okay? Now, I'm not here to apologize for what I said about her being a good mom for listening to her children, and that people should not be attacking her for actually listening to her kids when they told her something was happening, okay? I gave her prop for even giving up the lifestyle that she bragged about, and also she been teaching people to find the same type of husband. It takes a lot for someone to basically let go of that, okay? And what she did and what happened to her children is a very good reason for her to let go of that lifestyle and for her to move on with her kids. If what the niece is saying is correct, which is that it was her son, the trophy wife's son, which is the son that she had prior to marrying the man, is the one that was doing the unthinkable to the girls, I hope that's not the case. But if it is the case, she should be prosecuted to the fullest extent, because you should not be lying on someone doing something like that if you have no proof, okay? And the fact that she's crying and all that stuff trying to get sympathy, after I watch a video of her, because I must have missed that particular video of when she was talking about how her and her husband met, because I do know that, you know, I did say it was like 2 months after she got married and all that, you know, after meeting that they got married. And I'm going to say that I'm wrong when I'm wrong, okay? And I did say that it was very fast for her to marry this man, and also she did not use her discernment when it comes to it, because you don't know anybody in like 2 weeks or 2 months. The reason why I say she should be persecuted is because she lied, if she did lie, because we still have no proof. Those are all hearsay. So if she did lie on this man to protect her son, they should really have a conversation about this boy and do something, okay? Because those girls do not deserve that. And also, if she lied if, for example, the husband did do it, because we still don't know. We still don't know what the truth is. If he did do it, and for her to come on the internet to lie about something so serious like that, making up this heinous lie on someone, she also should be punished for what she did, as she should. But I still feel like the children need to be protected, because whatever's happening is not good, and I feel like everybody's putting blames on who it happened to, the children. We're not talking. And people on the internet are basically blaming Shira 7, the sprinkle lady, for that lady's mistake. So she spoke out and said it's not her fault, she should not be blamed. And I agree with her. Because even for someone who actually does listen to her sometimes, not all the time, but I used to listen to her like religiously back in like 2020. But then I've decided, okay, well, not everything she says relates to my life and my situation at the moment. But I do pick and choose the things that I want to take and, practice in my daily life. And I think what the girl is basically, what they're saying is that she basically pick little things here and there of what Shira said, but don't practice the safe way to do it. Because Shira, she might be telling you to do this, but she also tell you be smart too, which is true. You should always be smart. She didn't have to tell you. You should be smart as a woman. As someone who is a mother, have children, and you're dating, you should be smart and not let just any random person be introduced to your kids. And from the video I was watching, when she first met the guy, he wanted her to be his girlfriend on the first date. To me, it's already a red flag. That's crazy, okay? Because why are you rushing me? Why are we rushing? What you trying to hide? What you trying to get me into so I don't know? By the time I know, it's too late because I'm already your girlfriend. You know what I mean? And also, she said no because she felt like it was kind of rushed. But then she ended up dating another man. Then she found out that man did not get along with her son. And then she ended up leaving him, which tells me that, and they weren't even dating for that long, according to what she was saying. But he did not get along with her son, and then something happened, they broke up, and then she went back to that guy. Within the same week of them going back to each other, she said that, she's between houses and she needed a place to stay, and if she's going to be his girlfriend. So she told him that she needed a place to stay, and he said that in order for us to live together, you have to be my wife, which is also rushing things as well. But I guess they had a few months in between since they broke up the first time or stopped talking the first time for her to have dated somebody else and then come back to him. So I'm assuming that she decided at that point, maybe 2 months, not even that long, because I don't think she said she dated that other person for that long. But she keep introducing her children to random men. That's a problem. And then when she went back to that guy, I think he was really watching her, because men don't like to be rejected. And I think what happened is she rejected the man the first time. She didn't want to be his girlfriend for good reason, for very good reason, because no one should be dating after the first date. You don't know nobody after the first date, okay? So when he came back to her, she said she purchased the ring before he even proposed to her. So she purchased his ring because they were entertaining the idea of marriage. She was given, although the situation worked out for her, she got married and then ended up, enjoying the lifestyle until it didn't, right? But she still married this man and rushed things and basically did not, she was giving homosexual at this point because she didn't have a house to stay. And she was a mother of one, I think, or two. She had the boys and she didn't have a place to stay. And she basically told this man, if we're going to be in a relationship, I need a place to stay. To me, and she was talking about, you should have your own, you should do this and you should do that. And I get that. This is exactly what you should always have your own. But she didn't have her own when she first started. So I'm kind of taken back with her behavior and how she was acting and how, not necessarily acting, but the things that she saw, the red flags that were there, she basically ignored because she needed a place to stay and she wanted a ring so bad, so fast, so she rushed in.
The trophy wife. I don't think it is right for people to say she's not a good mother because she did not observe what was happening to her child on time. Firstly, that's not a distant member of the family. That's the father of the children. He has prepared an environment that is conducive for him to do whatever he wants to do. It is not her fault that she married such a man. But one thing you will need to know is when we are dealing with a person who already has an intention to do an evil deeds, they are very calculative. they plan way before they execute their plan. That man must have made the environment very conducive. He's a good father. He will be a good father. He cooks. He cleans for the children. He changes their diapers, bathes them, put them to sleep, read storybook for them. He just makes the life easy for the wife. She would feel, oh, he's taking care of his children. So when he does whatever he wants to do, and the child is bleeding, how is she supposed to know? When the child's diapers needs to be changed, he says, no, babe, don't worry, I'll change it. Because he knows what he has done. And she's never going to think about it, because why? That's a husband. That's the father of the children. He's taking care of his children. She would definitely be worshiping him. This is a supportive husband. But we need to know that people who do these things, they don't just do it once. They do it little by little. First, they'll start playing with the child. Make the child feel comfortable. Start touching. They start with touching. Start with good words. Until the day they finally penetrate. The day they finally do the act. She was lucky to find out. Remember, she said the husband was not at home when she changed the baby's diapers and saw the blood, the red color on it. He was not at home. If he was at home, probably she would not have found out, because he would have suggested that he wants to change it himself, because he knows what he has done. He was not at home, so she had the opportunity to change it. So she was lucky to find out. It is very difficult to find a culprit that is right under your nose. They make life easy for you. You think they are doing it out of love, but they are doing it because of what they are doing in secret. Yes, she should have been more careful, right? It is easier said than done. When you're dealing with a culprit that is in your house, it is easier said than done. She was lucky to have found out.